Hi, Daren Lindley here, and you might not have seen the last video I did, but I'm starting to do what I'm calling a video channel where I can just do ministry. I don't travel very much anymore. I just have figured out that I can sit here in front of this camera and share the gospel and reach more people doing this than I could by traveling. And honestly, the traveling is very inefficient. Man, you can't believe how much time it takes to get anywhere. Even with the modern jet age, I can just sit here in my living room and make a video and bring the gospel to people. So I'm loving this. So anyway, the gospel is what makes me tick. I love sharing Jesus, and that's what I want to do. I want to bring the good news of Jesus Christ to you and encourage you. I want Jesus to minister life to you and bring hope to you. So I'm excited about this, very, very excited about this. So today I want to just give you a little background on how it was that my life was radically transformed. So I grew up in a Christian home. My parents were very authentic believers. They loved Jesus, and conversing about the Lord was the normal thing in our house. We would far sooner talk about Jesus than sports or about anything else, and it was just natural for us. And so I learned to love to talk about Jesus and think about Jesus. And so I had my own personal experience with Jesus when I was 7 years old, and I asked him to come into my heart, and it was very much a faith thing. I just believed that Jesus had come into my life and that he was my Lord. Well, as I was going to church, I grew up in a very, my particular generation of students at our church were pretty rough kids. I mean, they were troublemakers, and we would go through, on average, 2 Sunday school teachers a year because they couldn't take it. Now, believe it or not, I know this is going to cause a little doubt in your mind, but I actually was this kind of mild child. I was very obedient and docile and all that sort of thing. And so when these kids were coming in and causing trouble, it was really frustrating to me. I had a real strong sense of justice, and a girl come in those days, girls all wore dresses and stuff to church, and the guys would pull the chair out from under the girl when she was about to sit down, and they just thought that was the funniest thing ever. And the Sunday school teacher was frequently overwhelmed, and so it seemed like it was never getting resolved. And I just kind of came to loathe being in this class. It was just a complete waste of my time. And so one day, we're driving home from church, and I'm telling my mom and dad about how stupid this Sunday school class was. And it was just a complete waste of my life. And I remember my mom saying to me, "Daren, God's going to use this in your life." And I thought, wow, if God uses the devil, then yeah, maybe. It's kind of that kind of a feeling to me. So anyway, I went to church again like next week and sit there and endured the class. And I walked out of this class, and they'd been just as disruptive as ever. And I remember walking out, and this wing of our church, this building's not even there anymore, but was this balcony and overlooked a parking lot, kind of a breezeway on the second floor. And I remember standing by this post and just being so enraged. And I prayed this prayer to Jesus. I said, "Hey, Jesus, I am getting super close to hating these guys. And I know as a Christian, I'm not supposed to hate people. So, Lord, I'm not asking you to fix my love for these guys because I don't think there's much there to fix. What I want you to do is I want you to give me your love, Jesus. Would you give me your love?" And it was one of the most remarkable moments of my entire life, probably the most remarkable moment. Because all of a sudden, this love just started pouring into my heart. It was like Jesus started pouring his love into my heart. And I started saying, "Jesus, I love you. I love you. I love you. Jesus, I love you." And I would just say, "Jesus, give me more of your love. Give me more of your love. Give me more of your love." And the joy and the love that filled my heart was positively transforming. Well, theologically, I had no awareness, no understanding of what had actually just happened. But my life began to change, and it was very simple for me. I just would say, "I love you, Jesus." I didn't really pray lots of prayers for people, or, I wasn't big into reading my Bible. I'd read a little bit once in a while, but what I would do is I would just say, I love you, Jesus. And I want to tell you something. I fell in love with Jesus that day. And when you fall in love with Jesus, it changes you. It fundamentally changes you. And so today I'd like to encourage you, just go to Jesus and get real with him and say, hey, Jesus, would you give me your love? Would you fill me with your love, Jesus? Would you pour yourself into me, Jesus? And I tell you what, he will do it. And his goodness is so much better than you could ever be. See, I tell you this, being a Christian is not about you being the best you can be. It's about Jesus being the best that he can be in you. And I want to encourage you, let Jesus fill you up today because he loves you. Hey, looking forward to sharing with you a lot more thoughts, and we're going to be creating a subscription service for this. No cost to do that, but if you would like to subscribe and get these videos in your email, just shoot us a note. That protects us in the event that Facebook for some reason stops showing our videos or we stop showing up in your feed. That way you can be sure to get those. And so if you would like to get a hold of that, click on the link below and we will set you up and you'll start getting a feed of these videos, and that way you don't have to miss any. Also, we're going to keep a blog, a video log on our website. So if you ever want to go back and find a video, you can do that. Hey, Lord bless you. I pray Jesus fills your heart with his great love today, and have a good day.